Y'all, why am I always seeing these men using women, whether that be for money, for sex, for intimacy, for emotional labor, for a host of other things, to watch their kids, for clout, for ego, to be seen with a nice looking girl? I mean, like, why are they doing this? Okay, so we're gonna have a real conversation, talk about why men use women. Why do they use women? Why do they use women without caring about them, without investing in them first? And the answer is because you let them, ladies. You let them use you. You let them use you. Anytime you tolerate a man in your life who adds no value, you are opening the doors to get used, abused, exploited, and forgotten. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. Anytime you tolerate a man in your life who is not a relative, who is not your little brother, who is not a good friend of yours, or anybody, but particularly a man who is approaching you in a romantic way, anytime you let a man into your life and he is not adding value to your life, he's not making your life better, he's not making your life easier, you are opening the gates, the doors, you are opening the opportunity to get used, abused, and exploited and forgotten, right? Oh my gosh. And this is the whole point of leveling up, and this is kind of why there's such a big movement of women, particularly women of color, black women, who are dating hypergamously, right? Okay, who are dating hypergamously, or practicing hypergamy in order to avoid being used by men who come into their lives with a clear agenda to exploit them or to use them. Okay, so how do we stop this? Because I'm so tired, y'all. I'm so tired. I'm tired of seeing women who are bright and beautiful and have so much to offer, are kind and caring and nurturing and really just want a connection and really just want to feel loved. I'm so tired of seeing these women get exploited and used by just like horrible men, pretty much. Now, I'm not saying that it's just men doing this, right? Like, there are tons of great men in the world. But there is a trend that I see in my community and also in my generation where a lot of women don't expect men to protect or provide for them. And then they wonder why all these men just want to hit it and quit it. Because you haven't expected him to invest in you. Because you haven't expected him to add any value to your life. Because you haven't made him earn access to your time, your body, your emotions. You haven't made him earn access to you. Men like to earn and work for the things that they want. It makes them feel accomplished. It makes them feel like they've done something because they've had to go through all these obstacles and break down barriers and chase and persist in order to get something. And you're not making these men do anything. You're just like making it so easy for them to come in and just use you, get access to your time, waste your time, get access to your body, get access to your emotions. You invest emotionally in them. I'm not talking about everybody, right? But the women who end up getting used in these relationships just give way too much and expect very little to nothing. And we can't keep doing this. So why do men use women? Why do they use women? Because you let them. Because your standards are so low and you don't expect anything, you don't expect to get anything, you don't expect to have value added to your life. And they know this, they feel it, they can see how you treat yourselves. They can see, right? And the best way to combat this is by putting yourself first and making sure that anytime a man is like in your face, trying to get your number, trying to get access to your time, trying to get access to your body, trying to get access to you, anytime this happens, you better have in your mind like, okay, if this dude doesn't prove himself and if he doesn't quickly show me that he's ready to add value to my life, then I gotta cut this off. You have to cut it off. You have to. I'm tired, y'all. I'm so tired. I'm tired of seeing all these amazing women get used. it's like, it's interesting. It's just a very interesting phenomenon right now, right? I mean, you hear, especially in mainstream media, that women are oppressed, and you hear that they get paid substantially less than men. You hear about all these glass ceilings in work and career life, and you hear about work discrimination. It's harder for women to get money, to get jobs, and it's like, but the space of life in which women hold the most influence and power, we're just dropping that, right? So like, we all know that women are discriminated against, and there's a lot of bias against women. There's a lot of misogyny, there's a lot of patriarchy, there's a lot of sexism. We all know this, right? But in the one area of life in which women pretty much control everything, which is a super important part, it's like a lot of us don't even see our power. We're so busy trying to like compete in the outside world, right? And we forget that we hold almost all the power in personal relationships and at home. And it's just like, everybody goes home, even unless, you know, you're a nomad and you're homeless. Like, most people go home at the end of the day, and home is a refuge, and women usually hold the home down, usually, right? Even if they do have full-time jobs, they usually hold it down. That's the norm. That's our cultural norm in our society. And there's a lot of power in that, and we can't underestimate that. There's a lot of power in being desired and being sought after, and you have to know that. Okay, that was a rant. I've kind of digressed, but you get the point. Stop letting these dudes use you. Raise your standards. Only deal with a man. Only deal with a man unless he is showing you up front that he's trying to add value to your life. If he's not, you need to cut that off and move quickly. The more you experiment with different people, the more you meet different people, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know what clicks, you know what doesn't click, and the faster you can get to the person who will make your life better. Because that's the whole point of dating, right? It's to be with someone who adds value to your life, not someone who's going to drain you, drag you down, and use you. All right, until next time, bye.